Good evening, our dear community. I cordially invite you to this evening AMA session with Botplanet. So here today we have amazing Dan, CEO of Botplanet. So Dan, I kindly greet you here today. Thank you for coming. I think it will be a very awesome experience of partnership among Tank Metaverse and Botplanet, and very nice time here today with you. So welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, I love doing these type of AMAs. When I heard about the opportunity, plus we actually met you guys, and we loved your project from the get-go. So I'm very happy to be here, and I'm glad that we're doing this.
Amazing. So I'll just a quick note to remind you that today, of course, we have questions from both Botplanet and Tank Metaverse communities, and surely we'll share the answers on your questions. We picked the best questions, and the best contributors will be awarded. So feel free still to continue asking us whatever you feel interesting. We would love to discuss. Of course, we will be pretty flexible, and we'll keep the dialogue wider much than your direct questions, because we love the real experience of conversation, especially between two CEOs and co-founders of projects specifically. So gentlemen and ladies, welcome, and let's start. So we have the first question. Hope you can see it on the screen, specifically about the cooperation between Botplanet and Tank Metaverse. So what relationship does Tank Metaverse seeks to establish by partnering with Botplanet, and will it be useful to both communities? So definitely, I will answer first, and then Dan will add. So definitely, I feel a very big synergy in merging together our values in our communities, because we have pretty similar vision of how we want to develop and how we want to push forward the adoption of gamified projects. We have, I think, very similar vision of NFT utility, of economy, sustainability, and everything. What I can really highlight is a big problem and big challenge, more even before the gamify. So definitely, I think it will be a very amazing journey. We have an approximate plan of how Tank Metaverse and Botplanet can be integrated straight on the release of the final versions of the metaverses. Of course, it won't be only the community integration. It definitely will be the storyline integration and asset integration. You will definitely find some special assets, special I think quests, activities, events, and definitely, of course, some economical cooperations on various possibilities to earn together with TNK and bot tokens, etc. So just please follow both communities. Please follow Tank Metaverse, follow Botplanet, and you will very soon you will know more about how it works. So Dan, do you have something to add?
Well, yeah, I think it actually goes beyond all the plans. I think back in October of last year, we attended the first ever WoW Summit. There was no question about Metaverse was still a pretty new thing, and during that summit, the only two projects which were interested in Metaverse was Tank Metaverse. We saw you at there was the big hall with the games, NFT art, and everything, and there was the Tank Metaverse platform with you had a commercial with a guy driving a tank, and I remember telling my partners that, look, these are the only guys here who are interested in Metaverse as well. And then fast forward, we actually met again for the second WoW Summit, and we had time to discuss the partnership. During the second WoW Summit, and right now everyone is doing Metaverse, but back then you were the only project out there who was doing that. So we quickly connected there. I think like you said, we have a common ground on NFTs, on the metaverse, and how it's supposed to function together, which is in my opinion, the key aspect of any partnership. Because if you share the same vision, it's very easy to connect. So on the technical side, I agree with everything that you said, but I just want to mention to your community and to our community that we actually saw you guys. You were ahead of the time even before Mark Zuckerberg did the whole Meta thing. Back when Facebook was just Facebook. So we saw that you guys were doing your metaverse project. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree. So the main point is that Tank Metaverse and Botplanet are going to share the utility and push forward like the utility of like in-game assets and on-chain assets, not only like some kind of marketing and community integrations. So this is one of the like values that we share together with Botplanet Foundation. So thank you for your question. Let's move next. So what do you think about the explosion of the NFT and DeFi association that is causing a lot of interest in the world? How does Botplanet capitalize on and exploit this fact? So Dan, I think like it's the question specifically to you.
So I think that at the start, NFTs were simply like, they allowed you to monetize art easily. But now, and I'm happy that it's taking a bit of a different direction. I just hope it keeps going this way. That now that we have the gamified space, the NFTs actually begin to have utility. So I usually, when I speak to our community or I do these sort of like AMAs, I always say that I don't like the current state of NFTs. I think that they all should have utility because otherwise you're purchasing art and you're hoping that you'll be able to sell it for more. In this case, with like Tank Metaverse, with the Botplanet and our game Nexus Shift, you don't have to wait until somebody buys your art. You can use the NFTs to actually play with them and earn money while playing the game. So that's the ideal part for me. I think we should also take a look at like Hearthstone, old school Pokemon games, any games on Steam like with Counter-Strike, Dota, even like League of Legends. And over there, you are able to spend countless amounts of money, but you aren't actually able to sell your items for actual money. You can sell your account and get banned. So this space allows you to actually be the owner of your card collection, your weapons in the game, or whatever, and you can use them to make profit, or you can collect them and then sell them. So I think that's the direction that we should be going at. And when it comes to DeFi, I think people just people want to be people want more things to be decentralized, and I understand that because then you feel like you're actually the owner of your assets, whether it will be NFTs or tokens or anything else. Nobody can take it away from you. Well, aside from like people who can hack your accounts, but that's another role. It can happen with anything. It can happen with your Twitter account. It can happen with anything. But with decentralized products, if we compare them to the centralized ones, there's no guy at the top who can just ban your account or take your assets away. So that's why it's booming right now.
Yeah, thank you, Dan. Definitely, I totally agree that NFT, first of all, like it changes like the model of ownership, of digital ownership, and of course we have like a very big utility due to that in GameFi, especially. But also like I mean, it always comes like that when we have like one new awesome technology come, and we always first need to try out like the darkest part of its like utility. The same, for instance, came with like nuclear power, nuclear energy, and the same definitely comes with crypto. But like true enthusiasts of like this field, of course, they understand that potential of NFT and DeFi is amazing. And for instance, like what Tank Metaverse is preparing in terms of NFT, we are building the standard of NFT that will contain like the Unity assets that will allow you basically Unity and 3D assets of your like object that will basically allow you to transfer your NFT among different Unity metaverses easily. I mean, you just need to have your NFT only to get into the other metaverse, and it will be easy to expose it there because like your NFT file contains everything. And of course, in next steps, more and more ideas will come, and we'll like make the utility only bigger and bigger. So this is like the key point of the new generation of metaverses, like Botplanet and Tank Metaverse. We are extending the utility. We don't want to like make you buying our NFTs like more and more expensive. We just want to use the utility of our NFTs, and then definitely, of course, you will buy it if you need this. So yeah, I think like, please, Dan, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there's like a big there was like a big joke has been going around with like people saying, "Oh, I screenshot your NFT," and it's true. But if you screenshot somebody's NFT like as a joke, and you still don't have the utility, right? So you can like screenshot my NFT for Nexus Shift. Cool, you can keep the screenshot, but I can actually use it, play with it, trade it. I can I can upgrade it. I can do all sorts of things with it. But if it's just digital art, then if you have no utility for it, then yeah, then the joke becomes reality, and we don't want that. That's why I really don't. I really like when the NFTs go towards the more towards the gaming market, because then you can screenshot any game character, but it doesn't mean that you have the game or you have the character.
Totally agree. It's a very nice example, like for anyone, for the community, how like basically the shape of NFT will change. So I think we can go for the next question. I see that this is the question specifically to Tank Metaverse, so I will just like very briefly answer. So about Trustpad and Launchpads that Tank Metaverse is going to be launched on. Yeah, definitely. We still like have good relations with Trustpad as it was before. Previously, we approved our cooperation, and we'll go with them prior to the launch. That is expected in the mid of October. So just like follow us very soon. Like we'll make these announcements. Still, we definitely wait how. I will be like 100% transparent. We are still waiting like on how the market will accumulate and reflect, because yeah, definitely it's very important for our strategy, and we like respect our investors and our community, and we don't want to spoil like the experience for you. But like it's a good time to build, and we're building. We're preparing even more utility and even more like features for you on our launch that of course will make for even better results, as I believe. So definitely very soon we'll make these announcements about other launch pads and other dates. So just like follow us and keep yourself updated. But Trustpad, yes, totally yes. So let's move next. The next question to Botplanet. So to start playing Botplanet, how much money do I need? Is it required that I have NFT characters or a specific number of bot tokens? Also, tell us, how does Botplanet focus more on the player? Probably unfinished. Yeah, but please go ahead.
Yeah. Well, first of all, Botplanet is the ecosystem. The game is actually called Nexus Shift, and so we are still working on the game. We did drop some teasers. We dropped the trailer and everything, but it's too soon to like give you an actual price for certain things. But we did build a system which is basically super user friendly, and we don't want to make the same mistakes as. I'm not going to mention like other big projects, but we don't want to make a mistake where the only people who can actually enjoy the experience have to be the ones who spend like $50,000 to $100,000 on the game, and they build an expensive collection, and that's it. They basically filter out everyone else. No, we have common packs which you get at the start. The only thing that you would have to have is you have to get your main character. This is like your main NFT guy, and those are 3D models. They're not expensive to get at all. And from that point on, you can level it up. You can start your journey. You can upgrade your deck of cards as you go. And when you start upgrading, you can trade some of the cards that you get. So there's like multiple ways in which you can start with low investment and slowly build yourself up. Same goes for if you look at the traditional gaming, like you can look at World of Warcraft, you don't have to go far. And you can start your journey slow, or you can put a lot of money into the game, gain faster experience, and go ahead of the curve. But we have a balanced system, which basically it doesn't allow people who just started and people who have invested, let's say, $50 to play against somebody who invested $1,000, because the value of your deck will be lower than the value of the other guy. So that's how the rank system works as well. So it's always equal and balanced, and you get to play against the guys who are on the same level as you. So no, you don't need to invest a lot. You just need a little bit to start the game, and you don't have to invest going further unless you want to.
Yeah, I think that's totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. Of course, like if you want to join, like the possibility to play and join, you definitely need like to have some token entry point or something. Yeah, because it's basically how like the mathematics works. We can like trick that. But like in terms of like other ways how basically we move, we definitely can apply various like free-to-play modes. We can still like leave some like ways for users to get acquainted with the game, to try out some trial modes, to play on some battle pass, to probably, yeah, as I said, even free-to-play mode is applicable for Tank Metaverse, for instance. But to earn some tokens and to, like, of course, farm some rewards, you will definitely need to have NFT. You will definitely need to participate in our burning mechanics, because, of course, economics can't work only on emission. Yeah, but still it's very fair and totally makes sense from the Dan side. Okay, so I think like we have a very interesting question like being arrived here about liquidity and utility, probably like my favorite topic of like among everything. So how does project increase the token's value, liquidity, and utility so that it can lead to an increase in token prices? What is your plan to make your project stable and provide the highest return? Okay, so I may start from our side, like basically what, in terms of just very simple mathematics, what can we do to increase value, liquidity, and utility? So first of all, we can upgrade the game mechanics. We can upgrade the experience, the user experience. So they definitely like would like to play more. They will see like the nice potential in like in terms of like different audiences, like those who are about to earn, they would see like nice potential of investing in the game assets and like earning tokens exactly here if they see that the game like has interesting potential like for long life, like sustainability. Yeah, so this is just the first way. Of course, we're always like looking for best mechanics to attract new audiences, to attract more people, and we're upgrading storyline, we're adding assets, we're upgrading the quality, so you will always have where to move forward in the game. You will always have like the new bottom where to dive in, like into the experience like in the game. So definitely. And of course, like we're looking for new audiences. I mean, for instance, like how it works in Tank Metaverse, we are launching not only for crypto market, we're launching for traditional game market. That is why basically we apply free-to-play mode, not only like play to earn, because we need to like onboard off-chain users, because this is very amazing market. This is market of true so to say true contributors into like the gaming projects. They don't only like look for like earning tokens, they also look for experience, and this is kind of values that we basically want to develop in our community. We would like to create like the great experience for them, not only like the financial possibility. So that is why like a traditional game market is an amazing community as well. And like reaching out to this kind of community of course will be a great benefit to liquidity, utility, and finally like the value of the token, because these people, they usually, like, to be straight, they usually spend more than they like are going to earn. And like finally of course, like merging together with different various spaces on Web3, it's also like the extent of utility. Definitely, like we are building different parts of one and only Web3 metaverse. As I suppose, like that will be, of course, the case for mass adoption and case for like endless utility. And finally, I think like the B2B models that, especially in markets like that, each project, like each major project consider, like surely we have large experience and big teams with various minds and various qualities. So we definitely work on B2B sector as well. Like Botplanet are designing, as I know, their own launchpad or their own decks. I'm not sure. Dan will talk more about that, definitely. But this is just the case. This is just the case, like how like a B2B model is important as well to increase the utility and value of the token. For Tank Metaverse, definitely the same. We also work on our own game utilities. We work on our own gamify launcher. Steam or Epic Games, but for gamify specifically, we work on our own NFT standard and everything else. So definitely we'll also help other projects to succeed and extend utility for our community. So I think it's pretty much from my side. So please, Dan, add what you wish to add.
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit different from our side because we have multiple different entry points inside our ecosystem. So we have, of course, we have the game Nexus Shift, and we also share the same belief that we should be attracting traditional gamers. The reason behind it is because back when we were growing up, everyone wanted to play games and earn a living from that, but only top 1% would be able to do that, like professional esports players, or it would be content creators. And right now with this new market, because it is pretty new, regular gamers can actually do what they love. They can play video games and actually passively, well, not passively, but they can earn money while doing what they like. So we do want to bring that idea to the traditional gaming market. But aside from that, we do also have our own wallet, our own DEX, our own NFT marketplace, and a couple of supporting products for the game as well. So Messenger, it's called Messenger. We will rename it, but it's basically like an in-game chat, which people can use to find new people online, create guilds, create communities, and we think it's very, very important. So yeah, like I said, if we go step by step, so some people would enter the project and they'll be like a long-term investor because they see value in all of those things. Some people will be short-term investors and they'll come in, they'll wait, then they will sell, and then new short-term investors will come, and that's fine. But the point is that we have products like DEX, for example, to offer with farming and staking. We have our wallet to offer with low commissions, and people can keep their funds safe there. And of course, the game. And when they're all connected together, if you're playing the game, you're playing the game, but you're not forced to play the game. You can actually collect your cards the way you would old school Pokemon cards. You can stake your NFT cards the same way you would stake tokens, and they're basically passively getting their experience, and then you sell a high level card in the marketplace or you trade it. So when you bring all of those utilities together, it basically attracts a wide audience to you. So it can be gamers, it can be long-term holders, short-term holders. It can be people who are coming in and they want to like buy in big, stake their tokens, and then sell and leave. So when you have so many entry points, it's very easy to market your product. So we can bring in the audience for the decks. They come in, they're like, oh, I can actually play this game, and I can like stake NFTs as well, and they start using all of those features together. So yeah, but if we're talking games specifically, pretty much aside from like having the staking option and having the marketplace, we also share the same opinion that we should be bringing traditional gamers to this market, and we should be bringing them the right way, because there's money to be made here for them, and they can do what they love. So yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it on my side.
Awesome. So like once again, I'm pretty happy to know that Botplanet like has an amazing like vision of how to provide liquidity and provide experience and utility to like their both like tokens and in-game mechanics. That's pretty good to know. That is why basically we appreciate our cooperation. So let's probably move next. And gentlemen, I see that people are asking like, what about live Q&A like session? So just feel free to ask everything in the chat. Of course, we'll have like some limits on time, but we'll try to straight after 10 like top questions. We'll try to answer like everything that we'll have time for. So just write in the chat. Okay, we'll have questions. We'll have questions specifically to Tank Metaverse, like what is the uniqueness and how like will the project develop. So basically, like what Tank Metaverse is. Like I think this is the question specifically from Botplanet community. So Tank Metaverse is like the distant virtual space, like somewhere in galaxy far, where like the community of decentralized like generation is like merged together into one wide unique like gaming experience. They do have like various virtual social economic and like active game mechanics. They do have like multiplayer shooter there. They do have like some economic, as I said, and social mechanics. They have like virtual, so to say, sandbox, virtual capital city where they can build, where they can interact, where they can socialize, go through some events. And they do have like the battle game, obviously on tanks, where they can like compete with other like gamers for some rewards, for some loot, experience, etc. So like this is just briefly the brief explanation of Tank Metaverse, and the uniqueness is in like a next gen vision on the same as Botplanet. As I think next generation like vision of metaverse, like as not only the play to earn virtual NFT space, but something like of a big scale, something about integration with other spaces, something about utility, something about real game mechanics and really sustainable economics. That's why Tank Metaverse is not like mostly about play to earn. Is of course you can play, you can earn, but it's like more about the experience. That is like I think the key uniqueness of Tank Metaverse. And we do work on high quality game mechanics. We do work on cross reality solutions as well. For instance, you will not only have like virtual computer reality, you will have also like augmented reality and real virtual reality. We work on like technologies of like among AR. We work on like social mining technologies that will simplify like your regular life experience with your smartphone in the city wherever you go, and of course like will make it easier for you to earn some rewards from it. And we work in terms of VR. We work on high sensitivity like suits. They are called Tesla suits. So basically, you can wear some special suit, and you can like have the real deep immersion into the experience of driving. So this will be the high quality cross reality game experience with like autonomous economics and like real utility. I think like this is like the short, brief explanation of what Tank Metaverse is. So yeah, of course, we'll highlight this in next questions as well. And let's move forward to the question number 7: how to get the maximum benefit from such a market? What does the project need to? What does the project need to survive? So Dan, probably you will start answering this.
Yeah. So I go through this question, like, or similar question, probably every single week with our community. It'll be like on a personal level and as a project as well. I think the key part is you have to remember that every single day on this market, your competitor dies like one by one. They die out because they didn't have the right set of economics at hand, or they die out because they get too scared and the founders take the money and run with it. So either way, every single day on such market that you survive, you go ahead of your competition. So it can actually be a blessing, and it can filter out all the bad ones. So then the other part is you really have to sit down with your team indoors. Um, we took approximately, I think, about 2 to 3 weeks before doing any AMA sessions. We cut basically all the partner calls with partners, and we told everyone like, look, we have to discuss things internally and prepare. And you have to make sure that everyone in the team has the same goal in their head, and they're all motivated to continue even with the current state of the market. And once you have that, you will have some negativity from the community. There will be backlash because people are stressed. You have to remember that this isn't like the green market and Bitcoin is $100,000 and then people all of a sudden are showing negativity. No, but most of the time, I would suggest is that projects have to focus on talking to their community because that's all they have, and you're not going to bring new community members for a while because you're not going to go and tell people, hey, would you like to invest into our project when people are trying to save their money. So you have to keep what you have at the moment. You have to make sure that you talk to your people, you talk to your community members, you ask them how do they envision things. You ask for their opinion because right now they're basically the new team member that you have. So that's what we've been doing. That's why we're still here, even the way everything is going. We're still here, and we know that the market will rebound. It's always like that. Every time there's a huge crash, not even in crypto, like in stock market, the huge crash is usually followed up by a bigger boom. And there's like, and then people are like inflation, everything's super green, and yeah. So just in short, calm down, talk to your community, talk to your team members, and you'll survive. Like, of course, it will directly hit the project, it will hit everyone personally, but if you can withstand that with your team, with your community members, when the market goes green, there's nothing stopping you. So that's what we've been doing.
Yeah, totally agree with Dan. Because like even the darkest day, like on the market, it's always still the best time to like reach out the bigger benefits. Because of course, like when people are losing money, when projects are losing like their competition, it's always like more and more free space into the your own liquidity. Like, and it's like usually works like more on mentality, how like far you are ready to go. Like and of course, like we consider that. We know that like a lot of projects won't survive that. We know that a lot of like investors and people are losing money, and a lot of like team members even are losing money. Like everyone is losing, but still, like if you know what are you building, if you know like how risk management works, what kind of resources you need to accumulate to provide sustainability, like even on the longest like damp, even on the longest winter. So this will be like the key to success. So, and of course, like if you will survive that, and if moreover you will have like enough accumulation to provide sustainable development, and providing like building like extending the utility and extending like the features of your project, like launching on the reflection of the market, it's always the biggest benefit, because obviously, like if you're launching on the reflection, yeah, you will catch all the ball wave that like will be up to you. So
Yep.
definitely, this is like what we're like achieving with Botplanet, and I am like 100% sure that like that will journey like basically will will lead us specifically to the new like crypto summer and big benefits to us and to other community. But it's very important that Dan like really much highlights. It's very important to keep in touch with like everyone who is related to the project, with your investors, with your community, with your team. Very important to keep like to have all the trust of these people and to trust in yourself. And of course, that's what we basically do. And it's not the time to make money. It's just the time to build and to sustain. So definitely what we're doing. So yeah, and as basically Dan says, yeah, we don't have like a crypto bear market only. We have like some, so to say, fluctuation on the like macroeconomics now, as I think. So it's always a difficult time, but we always see like some, like, so to say, a portion of a really huge projects coming from like those dark times on each wave.
Mhm.
So this basically that's what we are trying to achieve. So
I think it can be very good. Sorry to interrupt. I think it's actually like a therapy in disguise, because when the market is green, you're always like, oh, we need this partnership. We're talking to partners. Here, more partners, more team members. You keep expanding and talking and talking. But now, when the market is in the condition that it's at, it's kind of like a therapy. You go back down. You can take a deep breath, rebuild with your community. It's a lot more nicer to talk to people who have invested not only the money but also their time into your project, and it becomes more like a family. So talking to our community members, it's been rather nice than always running around looking for the next partnership. And yeah, so I think there's a lot of good in markets like these as well.
yeah, definitely, it's a big test for everyone, and of course, those like who'll pass it like will come stronger. So what else? What else to add? I think, yeah, let's go to the next question. So I think it's pretty clear. So what was the idea behind creating the project? So like from my side, from Tank Metaverse, basically back in the day, it's pretty funny, but we had like, and we still have, but we just don't like really push it. We have like the offline tourism company that works on like, so to say, fun military tourism. That means that we own like our own like military equipment, like helicopters, tanks, everything, and we just attract people to like try out how to be the driver of a real tank, how to shoot a real weapon, how to fly a helicopter. And this is not about like the some destruction, it's only about the attraction. I mean that obviously we do have, and specifically now, like as you all know, like that war is going on like in Europe, and like obviously we can't like we can't say that we don't have like guns, that we don't have weapons, but that doesn't mean that we should use them in terms of the destruction. We can use them like to bring experience and to have like to have fun. So that was the idea of our project and of our company, of tourism company before, and we really carry this idea ahead to Tank Metaverse. even like having tanks in our metaverse, it's not about the destruction. Tanks are futuristic, features are futuristic, and it's more about the attraction. Even like in Tank Metaverse, people like compete on the arena, not on the battlefield. They have visitors sitting around. They just compete on the arena to have fun experience, and everything else. So not for destruction. And this is the idea we carry through our life with my partners on building Tank Metaverse. Yeah. So Dan, please, what is about Botplanet?
Yeah, I think it's so from our end is well, it's different, but there are also some similarities. But the reason why it's called Botplanet in the first place is because one of our founders is and was very fascinated by space. He's like whenever he gets free time, he's always watching things about space. So, but originally it was actually going to be like just the game, and then it slowly became an ecosystem. The full story behind it is that two of our founders they basically were users. They were in the community members. They were community members of other projects, and one bad project after another, they basically said to themselves, okay, they lost all trust. They said, let's create something that we can be happy with and that we can trust. So then the idea was to create a game, and the game was originally called Clash of Bots. Later on, when we introduced more creative team members, they told us Clash of Bots sounds kind of poor. Let's rework that. So they created a full backstory. They called the game Nexus Shift. And then all of the products, they just started adding up, and we decided why use someone else's product when we can just create a full ecosystem and give people the full experience with our own wallet, DEX, NFT marketplace. They don't have to use like secondary options, in-game chats and everything. And one product by another, Botplanet became like an ecosystem instead of being just like one product. And now we're here. So when we started, it was like only 4 people on our team. And even during the first WoW Summit, when we came and we saw you guys for the first time, it was just 4 of us. And then after that, we were building on top of our team, and now we have 55 members. So yeah, we managed to grow the company. That's pretty much it, based like on the backstory and everything.
Wow, that's impressive. So thank you for sharing. I think it's very interesting for our community to know about that. So and very logical question to continue. What are our plans for the future? So probably then you will start also.
Well, of course, survive this market. This will be like the plan number one. But yeah, for us, we're releasing our DEX, and we're actually releasing it tomorrow. So everyone should be looking out for the announcement. We want to release all of our key products, and then we actually, in the long term, after we release Nexus Shift, we're looking to build and put out more games on our platform. So we see. I'm not going to get too much into tokenomics. It's like a big graph and everything, but we have a huge portion in our economics allocated for building more products and more games on top of what we have already. So Nexus Shift will be it'll be like, well, it's a pretty big comparison, but it will be like Half-Life for Valve, but this will be like our go-to game, our first game, and we're looking to put out more gaming titles on the platform, which is Botplanet. And yeah, we hope that people like all of them, because we think that the biggest issue with the games on this market is that one way or the other, they die out. The economy dries up. So you have to either make a new title and launch it, or you have to create an economy system, which we don't know of yet. So that's why we want to always bring more gaming titles. We want to keep them interesting, and we want to keep firing them out. And as we go, we're going to build more around our team, and we'll be able to put more impressive titles as well. Because well, the original idea was, and that's why we are creating a card game. because it was heavily inspired by Pokemon and Hearthstone. But we still want to do more. We want to do bigger games in the future as well. But we don't want to jump too ahead of the time because oftentimes people say, "I have two team members. We're going to make a AAA title," and that just doesn't work. Especially with this market, putting out a AAA title is pretty much impossible for now. No one has done it so far. So yeah, we want to take it step by step. We want to launch more games in the future, expand our team, and yeah, those are the long-term goals.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome plan. I mean, it's basically like what I really support in this strategy. So definitely, like of course, you like can tell that you are building like the very sustainable project with very sustainable economy and immersive gameplay. But of course, it's always better to have like some business model behind it. It's always better to have some like long strategy. Definitely we're like going through the way of sustainable economics, not only a mission to attract like users initially, make money and disappear, but to provide sustainability. But of course, like I mean, like Tank Metaverse and Botplanet, both, like we are developing like the business models that will, of course, provide some benefits for our like contributors, for our community. They could enjoy like more and more projects. They could enjoy more and more utility, like on a long-term journey. And of course, they will have like potential to keep our tokens, to participate in like our incentives and everything. So the same from Tank Metaverse, we're also like building like our own gamify tools, our own gamify like standards and platform. So it's pretty the same. And what is very important, like that. Yeah, I mean that. This, of course, on one hand, this will extend like the utility for our users, but in other hand, it definitely like provides us to share, to help like the new projects who are coming like after us on the arena, to help them like pass all the initial steps like clearly. Because I mean, like if you are familiar with the term of entropy, like we really need to maintain that. We need to like accumulate the resources and don't like spoil and spam them like easily. I mean that a lot of like gamify projects are building pretty the same, they're doing pretty the same steps, and we don't need to like copy paste everything from the very beginning. We can basically share the technologies, we can share the ideas, and this is like what really Botplanet platform and Tank Metaverse platform is about. Like we build the community, we build the like utility models, we build the projects, we build the various DeFi like tools, NFT tools, etc. And like of course we want like leave them peacefully laying in like our servers. We'll share it, we'll help, like we'll pick the best projects for our community, we'll share these projects, and like on the other hand, the projects will receive like the best the best models from our projects as well. And this will be like the totally win-win-win for everyone, because finally we will receive the utility that will like once again be reflected to our community into like benefits and everything else. So this is our plans for the future. We're going to like be AAA gamify platforms and standards, obviously. So this is what we really want to achieve.
I do like the way like you explained everything, and I like your guys the way you guys are approaching the AAA aspect of things, because we've seen people who are like coming to the market and saying we're gonna have a AAA game in 2 months, it's gonna be done, and it's not as easy. So we like that you guys are actually having the process, you understand what it takes, and you're taking it step by step. So that's exciting to see because I've personally seen some AAA games, and people just come and say, "We're making a AAA game." I'm like, "How?" They're like, and basically they buy like already pre-made textures and everything, and they're like, "Oh, that's a AAA game." I'm like, "No, no, it's not. It takes time and it takes process. You have to have the economy there. You have to grow it organically, and it takes time to develop." But yeah, so you guys are actually having that process at hand, and yeah, I really do respect that.
Yeah, thank you. Same from like our side. Like I can tell the same. So it's like obviously a big synergy. So good news for us. Okay, so gentlemen, we are like ladies. We are slowly like moving to the last like noted question from our community. So how do you see the NFTs developing in the future, and what do you think about the current state of NFTs? So like I think we're pretty much really followed
Yeah.
like this question. So like we'll just probably briefly summarize and go through like a few questions from the live chat. So yeah, obviously like the future of NFT is the utility. Is back in the day we had hype only, like and pretty much less utility. Now like we see that utility is slowly like growing and growing while hype like is very fluctuating, and specifically in these kind of markets. Of course, like I can say that art will remain art, and there's still like I know a lot of like different NFT artists who are doing like the real pieces of art, and they still have much like yeah, they still have much demand on like their works even in such kind of markets, but still like overhyped like balloon is like blown away, and the utility is coming.
Yeah, I don't even have anything to add because yeah, the utility is not the key part going into the future. But yeah, you basically said everything that I wanted to say as well.
Yeah, we pretty much like explained that previously.
Yeah.
So uh let's probably go for like I think we still have like probably 10 more minutes, so we can go through like a few more questions from your side. So I have question from Chukky Michaels. So game project success is determined by the players. In this market, there is lots of competition. What steps will you take to reach out to additional gamers in a market that is always developing? So, what will you tell for this then?
Um, so back when we transitioned from being Clash of Bots into Nexus Shift, and actually wanted to put out a very good gaming title out there. Uh, the key part for us was when we basically did some market research, and on this market, a lot of games were, and I said this previously for our community too, a lot of games were and still are playing to earn. And if your goal every day is playing to earn, then the game one way or another becomes boring to you. We really like the new idea, and they've even made the name for it, playing and earning. So it's a mixture of this market and the traditional games, where you can bring in players who will enjoy the lore, enjoy the storyline, enjoy the gameplay, and they get emotionally attached to the game. You have guilds, you have your gaming community. You're logging in not only to make money, you're also logging in to talk to your friends that you met online. You're logging into complete quests, complete missions, to progress through the game as well. And in the process, you're earning. So in order to attract a wide audience, you have to do that. Of course, the first step is showing people the money, showing people how they can make money. But to actually make people stay and play your game, you have to go that extra mile and you have to make the game actually interesting. So that's what we believe in. That's why we have writers on the team who are writing the lore for the characters. And these guys they're crazy in a good way. Like they can stay up at night writing the lore, and then they would call me and they say, "Look, this character, he's so amazing. Basically, he was born this way, and then there was war, and basically things happen." Recently, one of the coolest additions to the card collection, the guys made. They made a buff. We have buff and debuff cards, and they made a card called Human Shield. And basically, the way it works is it's a drawing of a guy holding another guy's human shield. And the way it works is that you can use one of your opponent's cards as a shield. So the opponent is basically forced to kill one of his own. And I'm sitting there like, how did you think of it? He was like, I don't know, I was drinking coffee all night and staying up and writing all sorts of ideas. And to me, I think it's pretty cool. That's what made me fall in love with games. Something unique, something interesting. And I think the community members and the new members who are going to come in to play the game, they will love it. So that's how we approach the game. We are falling in love with it before the community members can. And yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very impressive because yeah, I totally agree. You can't like build something like something impressive, something immersive, like without some crazy people on board. Because it should be like a very stupid level of passion, you know, and involvement into that. And of course, like it reflects like in craziness of how you like. How you like, yeah, in craziness of your approach. So totally agree, like your team should be like that. And what is also very important, like I would like to add, just not to repeat like the dance word, because like it's pretty, I think it's pretty like good vision, but I want to also add like the second point, what is I think also very important, because you need to understand that in this kind of markets, like the entry point into crypto is much more available for people than on the like high like bullish market, because everything is cheaper, the conditions are like more loyal, less pressure, less like everything blah blah blah, so it's much more easy. Just a very literal example, it's just much more easy to buy one Bitcoin, for instance, than like a month or two before. So that is why like the entry point for GameFi is even easier. Of course, like it's much less hype. It's much less like probably like masses there. But still, I mean, if you have a good vision of your game, if you have an interesting story, if you have like really a real experience to find there, you will always have like yeah, you will always have some attention to your project, and you will like always be able to find a way to your community and to like extend your community. So that is why now we have easier entry point to crypto gaming. We need to understand that, and it's the big time to adopt more and more people from off chain. Like obviously we need to gamificate the blockchain, we need to provide like the new level of user interface, of user experience to people who come from off chain, from like traditional gaming. We need to like create the best UX for them, so they could like create wallets straight from the game. They don't need to think about like some secret phrases like private keys or something. They just need to like join via email, like start playing, be like impressed, be immersed, and then they can learn like what benefits NFT can like carry, what benefits like play to earn can carry, and like be adopted into GameFi. So first of all, you need to have like crazy people behind you. You need to have like very like immersive experience for your community, and finally you need to have like a very right go-to-market strategy, and this is the best time to attract people from like other audiences. That's what I think.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, because the market is still fairly young. Um, as far as I remember, crypto market is only around one 170 million users. It's a bit more, a bit less. It's still very, very young, still very small compared to all the other markets. So we're some people might think we're too late, and they're gonna miss this crypto winter. Then they're gonna say, "Oh, now it's too late when the market recovers." And it's not too late. I mean, I think it's still pretty early, even though we're seeing like Bitcoin all-time high was almost 70,000. Like, okay, now it's too late to. No, I think we're still in the very, very early stages. We're far from being too late. Yeah, the projects that can be born and attract new members and bring in new faces into the market, they'll thrive long term.
Yes, yes, yes. I totally agree. So, what do you think? Probably like one, two more questions.
Yeah, sure.
So, like, we have question from. Sorry if I pronounce it like wrongly, from Lateef Rilwan. Sorry if it's wrong. Since many games have recently had a failure, either as a consequence of the generalized fall of the crypto markets, obviously, yeah, or that the ROI is very short and neither does NFT burn. Like, what mechanism I will continue. Yeah, are you going to implement to make the game sustainable? A free economy model. So then, what do you think on the sustainability of like our game?
Uh, so first of all, we wouldn't want to launch the game on this market, so we're keeping it safe on the shelf until the time is right, because we have all the other products to offer. Aside from just having a token, we do have the wallet, the DEX, we have those things to offer. So when the time is right, you have to time it perfectly, not perfectly, but at least the market has to be in a better condition. So you launch the game there. Second thing is you have to structure your in-game economy perfectly. And the way we structured ours is we have two tokens. We have bot token, which is your like regular cryptocurrency, let's say, and we have the in-game token. The name of the in-game token will be revealed when we approach the alpha version of the game. So the way that they work together is that the economy of Botplanet and our bot token allows the economy of Nexus Shift, our game, to thrive. You can obtain the Nexus Shift tokens inside the game, and you can actually sell them like a P2P system, let's say, but with the in-game currency. You can actually sell it for tokens and back on the marketplace. You can use it to purchase NFTs on the marketplace too, and they basically like swap each other. There's also the 2% fee that we have, tax fee, where 1% is for burning, 1% is for buyback. Amazing system. I think a lot more projects should be doing that because it basically brings sustainability to your economy. And yeah, trying not to mix two economies together is the key. But I don't want to say it's the key for everyone because we do have the ecosystem, and so some projects only focus on having the game. So having the ecosystem actually allows us to do those things. So the two economies are sort of like supporting each other. So I think we'll see how it goes, but should be fine. Should be fine. That's why it's also very good that the game is launching a lot later than the launch of our token. So by the time the game is out, our token has already been on the market for a while. We have user base, the economy is going, and yeah.
Yes, yes, I totally agree. This is smart. So yeah, of course, we need to maintain like our economy by like strong inner instruments of balance, of burning, of everything, and of course, like we need to think about like some deflation scenarios. We don't need to like put much emission by attracting people into project with like some cosmic rewards. Like, look, they have some like few thousand of percents for staking monthly, like blah blah blah. Like all this is bullshit because it never works like sustainably, and we definitely like need to, especially like building gamify, like we always need to understand that it's not only about money, it's also about experience. And of course someone like is more about like earning. Yeah, we need to give them like chance to earn. Someone is about to have experience, please, like, go and have it. And like, that is why, for instance, like, the new models appear basically on the market, like play to own, for instance. Like, then you basically convert like your benefits into like uniqueness and quality of your own character that can later be like the benefit and compensation for your time like spent in the game. And we do like really give much attention to some satellite models, like to the play to earn, that will help maintain the economy. Yeah, that's what I say. And definitely, as we like many times before, we told like you about the additional utility models that goes around the game. That will also definitely help like us to maintain the economy and to give like our users the best experience. As business models, platforms, extending the utility, everything. It's not only about the game and like talking economy. It's also like about your business model. And like, obviously we'll see how it will work, but I believe pretty much that this like bear wave will be a good filter for crypto market, and will leave like only the most powerful and the most really curious people among like entrepreneurs who will really reach out the mass adoption, and who will really like build something very sustainable. So let's see. So yeah, then probably one last question, and I think that we need to round up. Yeah, because we still have like I think much things to talk about. So probably we'll just schedule one more session pretty much soon. And
I would really like that.
Yeah, and we still have like one more session on like hosted by Botplanet, basically. So we'll have like much things to talk about as well. So we have like also Samuel being active in the chat. So probably one question from him. Okay, I see a question about referral programs. Probably it will be interesting to know. So Samuel is asking, do you have any referral program? What incentives, rewards do I get if I refer people? What is like your main priority right now?
Not sure about the question. Referral program, as in like you bring in friends, you're bringing in friends to the community, you get rewards. Not really. We do have some specific events that can happen, then yeah, but we don't have like an ongoing 24-hour, 7 days a week referral program. No. Actually, on the other hand, we strayed away from those unless we're really sure that this specific like campaign is going to work out, because we may this is something that is like it's shameful to admit, but we made a mistake. We tried to do like the referral program, and people just started using bots to get the rewards. And after that, we said we would rather have like a community size of 10 people who are always active than having 200,000 bots. It just doesn't make sense for us. If those referral programs, if they worked the way they're supposed to work, then for sure we would do those every day. But no, occasionally they can occur, but we don't have like everyday ongoing ones. No.
Okay, yeah, I totally agree. Basically, like coming back to, for instance, like Tank Metaverse. On the other hand, I totally agree with Dan, because like basically we're not like Egyptish people from Egypt to build like pyramids. I mean, it's like more about like classical play to earn models that now like can't survive this market. We see like what happens to, for instance, like the all loved step in, like the typical pyramids that doesn't really have like much success, like as we see on the long on the long distance. So the problem is that play to earn has like range of mathematical problems that doesn't really allow like economy to keep sustainable. And referral programs is also like the kind of pyramid that don't really work the best in this kind of way, but we still, I mean, that doesn't mean that we don't like appreciate and we don't like reward people for contributing into other projects. That is why we do have like still play to earn mechanics, and we do have referral mechanics, but they will be like the next gen level of like algorithm. It won't be like the straight way that will like be turned into a typical stupid farming of resources. So that means that, as Dan says, obviously we'll have like special events and incentives, the same as Botplanet like claim. We still have like social mining mechanics to like deliver. Definitely that works even the best when you are contributing by like sharing the user generated content by content by, of course, like attracting some people into that. We have ambassadors, programs, everything like to deliver for our communities that in some way it's really like pretty the same that referral program is, but it is much more fair, and it can bring much more like benefits, because like those who are really contributing to like our project will earn like obviously much more than those who are like spamming bots and trying to farm resources on like imperfection of algorithms. So we are working, we are like really claiming their like organic approach to like our mechanics and our community. That's what I think. And like all the methods of referral systems of everything will be in pretty same way, organic and healthy.
Yeah, I agree. It's the best referral program is the one that you don't ask for. If the user believes in your project, he'll refer people, bring people to your community. It's not like ask your dog to sign up, call your grandma, tell her to follow, and you'll get this free one-time limited edition NFT. It's like you said, it becomes a pyramid scheme, and it's definitely not long-term.
Yes, exactly. I totally agree. So, gentlemen and ladies, I think it's pretty good for now. We're like 70 minutes online. So I will ask like our community managers to keep all the questions from the chat, probably highlight something like really important, so we won't skip like something and leave you without answers. And probably we can provide you like with a small recap in text straight after like this call, probably today, probably tomorrow. And still we'll have like more events coming together with Botplanet where we can answer questions. So please don't miss it. As I remember, on Thursday we have like one more session specifically in like hosted by Botplanet. So please attend this, and please subscribe Botplanet social medias and Tank Metaverse social medias, just not to miss something important. And I totally express my gratitude for you for coming today. Of course, it's very important for us to have like your real feedback, have your sincere mind, specifically in these like tight conditions on the market. It's very important to keep in touch with you, because we're building especially for you and for no one else. And Dan, thank you for like very awesome conversation. It's a big pleasure for me.
Thank you very much.
So say hi to all your team, and thank you for coming.
Thank you, guys. It was a pleasure talking to you. See you.
See you on Thursday. Bye-bye.